Ladies, let's have a heart-to-heart. You could be dressed to perfection, with sparkling pearls around your neck, and the brightest smile on your face, but just one little hygiene slip-up can undo it all. And doctors are warning us, especially those of us over 60, that sneaky changes in our bodies can leave us a little less than fresh, without even realizing it. Stick with me today, because I'm about to walk you through 7 hygiene mistakes many older women make without even noticing, and exactly what to do instead. Trust me, you'll want to stick around for the last one. It's the most surprising. Before we dive in, don't forget like this video, subscribe for no fluff advice, and share in the comments, what's one self-care habit you absolutely swear by? Number 1. Skipping those out-of-sight spots in the shower. Let's kick things off with a big one, and one most women never bring up. Those hidden corners of our body that often get overlooked during our daily shower routine. Listen, when I was younger, I could hop into the shower, hum a little tune, hit the main areas, rinse and be done. It worked. But nobody, not my mother, not my doctor, ever mentioned that after menopause, our skin changes, and the way our bodies produce sweat and oils changes too. Especially in spots like the armpits and the groin, where the apocrine glands live. Those glands behave differently as estrogen levels drop, and when that balance tips, bacteria move right in. And let's be honest, with time, our bodies get a few extra folds and creases. I'm not embarrassed to say it. Under the bust, along the belly, behind the ears, under the arms, they all become cozy spots for odor-causing bacteria. If we're not thorough, it adds up. I'll never forget a summer afternoon, at my granddaughter's birthday party. I kept catching a whiff of something funky, and blaming the trash cans. Turns out, it was me. I had rushed through my morning shower, and skipped a few hard-to-reach spots. The embarrassment haunted me for days. Doctors now recommend that we slow down in the shower, use a gentle non-drying cleanser, and pay special attention to those hidden areas. For those folds under the breasts and belly, I use a soft washcloth, and small gentle circles, and after the shower, I pat dry, never rub to avoid irritation. And in the summer, I even sprinkle a little cornstarch-based powder under the bust. It keeps me dry without clogging my pores. Simple, but life-changing. Number 2. Wearing the same bra or clothes for too long. Alright, let's talk about bras. Those little cages we strap on every day and somehow forget to clean. I used to believe, very naively, that if a bra didn't look dirty, it wasn't dirty. Sometimes I'd go a whole week without washing one. What I didn't realize is that every single day, body oils, sweat, and dead skin cells seep into the fabric, especially around the band and underarms. Even though our skin feels drier after menopause, our sweat glands are still working overtime. Hello hot flashes and night sweats. And that sweat, it doesn't just disappear. It sinks into our bras, shirts, and cardigans. And worse, we'll re-wear them thinking, well, I just stayed home. I didn't do anything to get dirty. Newsflash, bacteria doesn't care where you were. Doctors suggest washing your bra every 2 to 3 wears, not once a week. And that cozy shirt you wore while cooking or lounging, toss it straight into the laundry. Don't hang it back up. Even outerwear like cardigans should be aired out and rotated, especially in humid climates, or if mobility is a challenge. Here's a trick I use. I keep a lightly worn basket by my closet. It helps me track how many times I've worn something, and stops odors before they sneak up on me. Small system, huge difference. Perfect. Number 3. Skipping deodorant in the name of going natural. This one might stir the pot a little, but we need to have an honest conversation. Lately, there's been a growing trend, especially among older women, to ditch deodorant in the name of natural living. I've heard it all. Aluminum is dangerous. Deodorant clogs your pores. It's bad for your lymph nodes. And listen, I get it. We want to treat our bodies well. But here's what most women don't realize. After menopause, your natural body chemistry changes. When estrogen levels fall, the bacteria on our skin, which we all have, like it or not, react differently to the sweat we produce. Our apocrine glands release sweat rich in proteins and lipids, which bacteria break down into odor. That's not vanity, that's pure biology. When I decided to detox from deodorant for a few months, thinking I was doing my body a favor, it didn't take long before I learned the hard way. I'll never forget leaning over to hand a hymnal to a friend at church, and seeing her subtly recoil from me. I went home, cried in my bathroom, and then laughed, and promptly bought some deodorant. The secret? You don't have to sacrifice your health to smell good. There are plenty of natural deodorants today, made with safer ingredients, like baking soda, arrowroot powder, tea tree oil, and magnesium. Some are even formulated specifically for aging skin, with softer pH levels and calming botanicals. But please, don't skip deodorant entirely. Sweating is human. Smelling bad is optional. Number 4. Not changing bed sheets and pillowcases often enough. Let me tell you a little secret. Most magazines don't. Women sweat just as much, if not more, than men, especially during hormonal changes. That cute old saying about men sweat and women glow? Absolute nonsense. And one of the biggest places we overlook it, our beds. At night, while we're dreaming away, our bodies are releasing moisture, oils, and shedding skin cells, and all of it soaks into our sheets and pillowcases. Mix in a couple of hot flashes, and suddenly, your cozy bed becomes a breeding ground for bacteria, mites, and unpleasant odors. I used to think changing my sheets every 2 or 3 weeks was just fine. After all, I wasn't dirty, right? Wrong. Eventually, I started noticing something strange. Even after a fresh shower, my hair and skin had a weird sour smell by morning. That's when my doctor explained it. Bedding bacteria builds up fast, and it's even worse for seniors who sweat more or move less overnight. Here's what changed everything for me. I swap out pillowcases every 3-4 days. Full bed sheets get changed once a week. No excuses. I keep 2 spare pillowcases right next to my bed to make midweek changes easy. And for extra freshness, I add a splash of white vinegar to the wash cycle. It naturally kills bacteria and neutralizes smells without harsh chemicals. Trust me, slipping into clean, crisp sheets is like getting a hug from heaven. One tiny change, massive difference. Awesome, continuing smoothly. Number 5. Neglecting oral hygiene, especially before bed. This one might sound simple, but it's a lot bigger than people realize. Oral hygiene isn't just about sparkling teeth. It's about your breath, your gums, your tongue, and yes, even dentures if you wear them. You might not smell it yourself, but others definitely can. And here's the kicker: as we age, our saliva production drops off, especially if you're on common medications like blood pressure pills, antidepressants, or antihistamines. Less saliva equals less natural mouth cleansing, and when bacteria are left to party overnight, it leads to bad breath, gum issues, and worse. I'll be honest, there were nights I'd be so exhausted, I'd just give a quick rinse, maybe a lazy brush, and crawl into bed. Big mistake. Soon enough, I'd wake up with a foul taste in my mouth, like something had crawled in and died overnight, my dentist explained. Without full brushing, flossing, and tongue cleaning, sulfur compounds build up fast, and that's what creates that awful smell. For my friends wearing dentures, it's even more serious. I remember my dear friend Ellie. She used to sleep in her dentures every night until her doctor diagnosed her with a fungal infection on the roof of her mouth. Why? Because the dentures trap bacteria all night, cutting off airflow. Now I never skip my nightly routine. Floss, thorough brushing of teeth and tongue, alcohol-free mouthwash, swish. And if you wear dentures, remove and soak them every single night. Fresh breath isn't just about manners. It's a sign your whole system is in good health. Number 6. Using scented sprays to cover odor instead of addressing it. I know plenty of women, smart, stylish, well-meaning women, who walk around with a tiny perfume bottle in their purse, like it's a magic wand. Quick spritz under the arms, behind the knees, and ta-da, problem solved. Right, wrong. I used to be one of them. Back in my younger days, I had an entire shelf full of body mists from the mall. Fruity ones, floral ones, you name it. But here's the ugly truth. Spraying fragrance over body odor doesn't eliminate it, it just masks it. And when sweat mixes with perfume, you don't smell better. You just smell like sweaty flowers. Even worse, as our skin thins and becomes more sensitive with age, spraying alcohol-heavy perfumes can cause irritation, dryness, and even rashes, especially in delicate areas like the underarms, chest, and neck. Doctors say many of these sprays disrupt the skin's natural microbiome, the good bacteria that actually help prevent odor. So by trying to cover it up, you might actually be making the odor problem worse. Here's what I do instead now. I use an unscented antibacterial body wash daily. I sprinkle a tiny bit of essential oil on my scarf, or lightly in my hair, never directly on my skin. It gives a gentle, fresh scent, without mixing into body odors or irritating my skin. You can't spray your way out of poor hygiene. Believe me, I tried.